some of the conversations that you've had about social media, about this latest addition to Snapchat, Snap Maps, which has caused a lot of concern, and there's a whole kind of, seems to be a bit of a stalking element associated with it. What's your view on that?
Well, there's the possibility of stalking, yes, undoubtedly, and it's really scary. I think all parents, all kids, everyone, we all need to be aware of what this does, because we put these apps on our phones and they seem so innocuous. You've just got this little icon and you click on it and you can contact people, and it seems really safe, doesn't it? It seems like a good idea.
Yes.
And you can see where your friends are. It seems like a good idea, and actually it really horrifies me, because it puts everyone at risk, because your movements can be seen around the world unless you protect yourself. And there's this, you can go into ghost mode, which should protect you. I think, though, I feel that maybe with ghost mode, how do we know that that is secure? I worry about the security, because this is an unknown. Although the technology is wonderful and something can look really good and exciting on the surface, the possibilities for harm.
There are a lot of implications in the way these kinds of things are updated.
Yes.
And I suppose there are broader issues surrounding this topic too, aren't there, that perhaps need to be flagged up?
I think it's that we all need to be aware, really aware. We need to talk to one another. We need to talk to our kids. We need to talk to our friends. We need to all be aware, because I think we're very lazy. We kind of, because it's just this little icon that you put, this app.
Yes.
We don't think about the enormity of what it does. I mean, with modern media, you've got tiny things. You haven't got to carry a book or a large newspaper or something, that will be yesterday's news. Things are there forever, and they're tiny, and they seem as though they do no harm at all. And they seem as though they do a lot of good, and maybe they do, but we need to be aware of what they actually do, rather than just seeing it something trivial. It's something that is enormous.
There's a lot to understand here, isn't there, and appreciate about all of this. For example, just knowing where our children are.
Yes.
And
in their minds.
In their minds.
Yeah. Who they're connecting with, the secret conversations, or the people that can kind of, somehow get into their lives. And we know there's a lot of that with predatory people who are approaching young kids.
Yes.
And that endangers them.
Yeah, yeah.
And, if you're out with your child, if you were walking somewhere, shopping, just out for the day, you are with your child physically, you're with them, and you can see them, and you can see who approaches them, if anyone does approach them, and you can hear what is said. But with our phones or other devices, you don't have that. You can't see what is going on, you can't hear what is going on, you can't get a sense of that person.
Yes, and having said all of that and being aware of all of that, I suppose it's important to think about what we can do to safeguard our.
It is about talking. We just need to talk more, but I mean that's what we're not doing, because we text, or we iChat, or we Skype, or something like that. When actually we need to meet and be together and talk and share and learn from one another and have real three-dimensional relationships. That would be very good.
It is, and it's something I know that you're very keen on, and it's all about being there for each other, being in the same space,
yes,
and sharing each other's
really
company.
Important, and for families, because it's kind of what brings us together. But it does with friends. When you have a dinner party or something, everybody is talking and everybody is sharing and everyone is connecting, and it feels good. I think a lot of the what I call one-dimensional relationships don't have that feel-good factor.
No.
There's also the big thing of the online bullying, and that applies to any age. It's not just children. Adults feel bullied as well.
No, that's a very good point, isn't it?
And the things like Facebook, where people feel somehow, because some people are posting things as though they're having the most wonderful life. They may not be, but that's what they kind of put across, which can make other people feel totally inadequate or depressed. Or somebody cuts somebody out of a friendship group. There's a lot of things that go on that seem quite innocuous probably, but can be very hurtful, painful, and if someone is vulnerable, then it can be very damaging.
It's easier to hurt people in a glib, quick, non-thinking kind of a way these days, isn't
Well,
it?
the other thing is, of course, that it's so easy to misunderstand. So I do say when I'm working with people, do not text, talk to each other. The misunderstandings that happen through text are, too numerous to count, really.
Yeah.
It's very easy to take something the wrong way. Somebody might be saying something meaning a joke, and the other person, the recipient, sees it as an insult.
Yeah.
Or and then people keep going through these texts.
Yes.
And kind of, if you're face to face with somebody, you can see their facial expressions. You can get an idea of how they feel, and if something's not feeling right, you can say it and you can sort it out rather than
Yeah. In terms of all that we've been saying about mobile phones and devices and where and when we use them, would you have any quick tips for people that might sort of safeguard them against this?
Yes. Try to use your mobile phone more as a phone.
Yes.
And then, you can use it for other things, but really, first and foremost, it's meant to be a phone so that you can actually speak to people if you need to, rather than just something that you kind of get a bit of obsessive compulsive disorder over and your thumbs are forever clicking away.
Well, that's been really great. Thank you, Diana.